33, everybody. David. Minnie wants to help, but I don't let her. I need to figure out how to do this on my own. I'm ready. It's the least I can do for Kit. I'm pretty sure after today she will no longer want to kiss me, much less sit at her lunch table. I hold out hope for the slim possibility that this will be received as good news, that I will be hailed as a conquering hero for uncovering the truth. That's what she wanted, right? For me to figure this all out? Alright. I've reevaluated what I think happened. It's definitely not that he didn't actually die, and that it's an assisted suicide. That makes absolutely no sense. And I'm pretty sure the smash of the car was on the passenger side. So maybe he was on the other side of the car and wasn't driving. That's a theory, game theory, yes. For me to figure this all out? That's what she wanted, right? For me to figure this all out? I can't trust my instincts. Trusting my instincts gets me stuck in a locker with someone else's bleep in my hair. I arrive at McCormick's 15 minutes early and snag the same booth we ate in the last time. I order 2 milkshakes, one for me and one for Kit, while I wait. If there is a multiverse somewhere else, not here, instead of sitting and waiting for the horrible moment when I will tell Kit that the accident did not happen the way she thinks it did, that it's all lies, we would be kissing. Yes, we would be kissing. Maybe even on a bed. Alright, so he's saying the accident didn't happen the way he thinks it did. Supporting my theory. It's the accident that's different, and not the him dying part. That's what's, yeah. Someone else was driving that car. That's the theory, guys. That's my game theory. And then she is here. Her face is free of makeup, and she's wearing her K-charm necklace and that big man shirt she's taken to donning twice weekly. In this way, without an attempt to hide the blue circles under her eyes, she seems even more essentially herself. I decide I like her even better with her natural face. The red mummy dress last night was a little intimidating. Now she just looks like a girl. My favorite girl, maybe, but still just a girl. Wow, I say, the words escaping before I have a chance to think them through. What? She asks and sits down across from me and reaches for her milkshake, takes a sip from the outside of the glass, and ends up with a white line above her lip that she wipes away with a napkin. You. I like you even better with a milk mustache. Stop, you're going to make me blush. Hashtag dit, she says, and then, like her magic, her brown cheeks get a pink glow. Listen, your text, I don't know, freaked me out. First, can I kiss you? I ask, and she shrugs, and I don't know if that means yes or no. I decide to be brave and go for it. I switch to her side of the booth, and I put my hands on both sides of her face and lean in slowly and touch my lips against hers. It's different than last night. It's softer and sweeter, in both senses of the word, and too short, and when Kit pulls away, she looks at me with wet eyes. She shakes her head. You're the one who wanted to talk, remember? Right, I say. Right. So the thing is... What? The way she's sitting. It looks like Kit is bracing herself. Her hands are in front of her face, as if I'm going to sneak an uppercut. Why would she think that? Or is she shielding herself from my lips? I have no read on the situation. I've done a lot of research, and I don't think your dad was driving that car. Oh! Wasn't driving the car! Yeet! Thank you. I am here all day. What are you talking about? Kit asks, and her voice is all growly and low. Well, I did the math, and I studied the blood splatter in the photos, and, well, everything, and given that his injuries were ultimately fatal, there's no way he was driving that car. The newspaper never actually specified he was alone, and I'm pretty sure he was in the front passenger seat. Oh, you see that? So someone's been lying to you, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. And please don't hate me. All I wanted was to solve the equation for you. Okay, she says, but she doesn't smile or say thank you or slap me, all of which seemed like equally reasonable possibilities when I played this out in my head. Alright, this is Alright, so the next sentence is quite strange. Maybe he was having an affair, like your mom, and his, mistress was driving, and that's why no one told you, I ask. What? My dad was not having an affair. Her voice goes even quieter, almost a whisper, like she is water evaporating. There could be lots of explanations, but the how, that's what you wanted to know, right? The how of it. It isn't what we thought, and I know you don't like open loops just like me, and this is one heck of an open loop, I say. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not an open loop. Still quiet. Too quiet. A woman was definitely driving. I could tell by the positioning of the seat that the driver couldn't have been more than 65 inches tall, most likely 64. Unless he was having an affair with a very short man. My dad wasn't having an affair, she shouts, and just like that, everything changes. Kid is so loud that the other people in the restaurant look over. My dad wasn't gay, you dumb arse. I'm sorry, I say again, and hold up my hands, much like she did earlier, when it looked like she thought I might hit her. I don't understand what's going on. We went from kissing to yelling in fewer than 3 minutes. I suspected she'd be mad, that I could be ruining things by telling the truth, because that seems to be my downfall. My genetic predelication toward honesty and disclosure. Still, I didn't think it would be like this. I thought Kit was different from the other kids, that she didn't use hurtful words, dumb arse, idiot, retard, at me just because she could. I was wrong, like usual. But unlike usual, this feels devastating, like recovering from this moment is impossible. I'm sorry, I say for a third time. I don't know what I'm apologizing for, other than being too much myself. Kit drops her head onto the table and starts to sob. Her crying is gulpy and wet and unpleasant. I go to pet her hair, because even after all this, even after the dumb arse, I still can't help but want to touch her. But then I decide against it. She hates me, and maybe I hate her too. My mind races. We will never eat sandwiches across the table from each other again. When I think about that, the 73 school days in which I will now be sitting by myself, how my world will now be Kitless, my hands start to flap. I cover one with the other, and I feel relieved Kit's face is down. I can't let her see this version of me. I recite pi silently, so the balloon in my head doesn't go loose again. I stare at the back of Kit's neck, study the curve on her hairline. Imagine drawing it in my mind. Imagine tracing it with my fingertip. And I wait. Alright, so you see, guys, I am a master at theories. Absolute master, not theory.